Now we're joined by Ronda Colbert, Executive Director of the Gibson County Council on Aging, to discuss some of the additional challenges that caregivers in rural areas face. Ronda, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So what are some services that the Gibson County Council on Aging provides?
And we do a lot of services. I just did a little brochure. We do meals twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays, in-house meals. I have a cook. We do transportation 5 days a week. I have 5 transport drivers. We do referrals. That's a big thing with caregivers. I usually try to refer to companies that I am familiar with. I don't have caregivers or home chore people on staff. Years ago they did that there, but it worked better to be able to, refer to the outside companies.
Ronda, how many people are you serving approximately? Like every week, every month? Are we talking hundreds?
Well, if I do my monthly survey, last month I had 1,210 people come through the center.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, we have increased within the last 3 years. We've tripled our attendance. I can average 70 for my lunches. We do bingo and breakfast on Monday mornings, and I have 40 to 50 come to that. We do something every day on top of all of the referrals and everything else that we do.
What do you think is the greatest need? Is it the transportation? Is it the meals? Is it the social action? Like,
well,
what is it?
I really focus on socialization. I feel like, which definitely seniors need a lot. Can't say they don't. Transportation's hard because we are completely nonprofit, so we do donations for our transportation. So we go in the hole every month on transport. That's just how it is. But I feel like that our goal is when we do have someone have a caregiver, we want them to be able to get better so that they can get out of the home. They can come back to the center and socialize. That is what we try to focus on. And there are some wonderful companies that we refer to. We have these companies come in, and sometimes they'll sponsor a bingo for me. They'll sponsor a lunch for me. If I know them personally, they have come into my center and interacted with some of the people that they may need to work with, is the thing.
I'm curious too, with Gibson County being such a rural community, what are there additional challenges that caregivers may face, particularly in rural areas?
Well, a lot of it is the drive, the transportation for them. I'm not talking about a family caregiver. In that, I'm talking about one that they would have to hire. Hopefully their insurance would help pay. Sometimes it doesn't. A lot of the caregiver companies are based, that we refer to, are based like in Evansville, Vincennes. They have to drive, and a lot of them don't want to drive to a rural home. And the safety issue, too. Sometimes the caregiver will need, the client will need the caregiver of a night. They really don't like to drive to the rural areas, and that's hard. It is.
Is that one of the biggest challenges that you say that you would face, is the rural aspect of it, or is there anything additional there that your organization faces?
Education with it is a big thing too. There are many different types of caregivers. When it's a family member, it's sometimes easier to explain to them what I think that the client would need. When it's not a family member, all I do is give the family member the phone numbers, the information, the names. I think sometimes the information between it is hard. They don't really address all of the issues that may need to be addressed with the client.
What do you tell people at home right now watching? Maybe they're in Gibson County, maybe they're elsewhere in the tri-state. What do you tell them at home who might be looking for resources or assistance from you or your organization? What's your message to them?
To come in and talk to me. I will try to make time for anybody and come in and talk to me. I had a lady yesterday. We do a food pantry also. We do it at least 4 times a month, and it's going to be open today. But I had a lady come in yesterday, an elderly client. She is watching 5 of her grandchildren.
Wow.
Through the summer. She needed food. She said that none of the pantries were open. We opened up. We gave her all kinds of stuff. Come in. We are so open and caring, I guess is the word for it. All of my staff is wonderful. We will try to help anyone anytime we can. We really don't work on the weekends, but everybody has my phone number,
Sure.
so we do some things on the weekends. Usually we are Monday through Friday.
And Rhonda, where can people learn more about the Gibson County Council on Aging?
I have a website.
Okay.
We have a Facebook page. It's called The Center, and I post on it every day. That's how we get a lot of referrals and things, because everybody sees my Facebook page. So
Thank you so much for all the work that you do for Gibson County and the community. Ronda Colbert, thank you for making time.
you're welcome.